Okay, so the first thing I want to do is do this kind of like how we usually do our team calls. I would love to kind of start this off with any kind of recognition that we have on the team. I know Thursdays especially are a big day. If you guys have someone to shout out, you have something that you want to share, whether it's one of your new coaches or rank advancement success club from the month previous. Let's hear it. I'd love to hear some shout outs. So feel free to unmute yourself and let's go ahead and do that. Nobody.
Okay, I'll volunteer. I'm going to shout out, I'm not sure if she's on here, but I'm going to shout out Marissa, who has already hit Success Club this month, which is awesome. And I'm going to do a shout out from last month. I think she's on here, Daniela, who hit Success Club 10 and signed 3 coaches last month. Moving her diamond really strongly. And I'll say so is Marissa. So they're both working really hard on that, and I'm super proud of them.
That's so great. Awesome job, ladies. That's cool. I'm going to just mute everyone and then hold on here. Sorry. Some feedback. And then as you guys want to unmute yourself, just do that we'll try to do it one at a time and then we'll get going. Okay. All right. Any other shout outs, you guys? I know Michelle would shout this out but she's not here yet. I will shout this out. So Megan just went diamond in her 3rd business center. And I have to just shout that out because that is so impressive. Not just to go diamond one time or diamond in your 2nd business center, but to go again diamond in your 3rd business center is pretty unbelievable. So congrats, Megan. And she just started qualification for 5-star. So she's like killing it. Her team, so many ladies on her team are rocking it. So super proud of Megan. I know Michelle would say the same. So I just wanted to make sure that I made that shout out. Do you want to shout out anybody, Megan, or go?
Well, I thank you for that.
Yeah.
I mean, just all of my girls who are on this call, you always hear it, right? Like, oh, 5-star diamond, it's a team effort, but it is. There's no way you will ever get there or get to 2-star. You won't get anywhere unless you've got your team with you. And that just became very apparent in pushing for this goal. So I'm just so grateful that I've just got so many amazing girls on my team that want this the way that I want it. So it's been fun.
It's so great. And you guys are pushing for elite, right?
Yeah, as long as we've got 5-star, we've got elite. So I've got
so you have the points already and everything.
I've had the points for a while. It's been the 5-star. So
oh my God, that's so awesome.
Got it.
Yay! That's exciting. That's so exciting. So 5-star elite, that's a big deal. So congratulations, you guys.
Thank you.
Okay, anybody else before we get started? All right, so we're going to try to keep this as short as possible tonight. We know that this was kind of a surprise call, and we popped this on you guys at the last minute. But we really want to get this out as soon as we can because I think that building momentum with this program is going to be key, okay? And I think that it's going to drive itself once it releases and once we start talking about it. But Brian and I talk about this all the time, that we think this could be the biggest launch, ever. It's just got so much potential to be huge. So we're super pumped about it. And we really want to make sure that you guys have the tools that you need to share with your customers, to share with your coaches. So that's why we want to talk a little bit about the sneak peek. But first, we want to kind of share our experience with the program. Hopefully you've seen our results. I think all 3 of us have shared on Instagram or on Facebook or both. I can just speak for all of us that we have been transformed. Not just physically, you can see the physical results in our pictures, but what you can't see is how much this program has changed us on the inside. In just 6 weeks, 20 minutes a day. I get teary-eyed thinking of it. Isn't that crazy? But Sean T is amazing. In this program, he just reaches you to a level that he's never reached in any of his programs. So Sean T fans, I wasn't, you guys know me, I was not a Sean T fan. And now I freaking love the guy. Like, I can't even imagine not doing this program. So, oh, so excited. But I think, Camille, do you want to start sharing your experience? Or do you have kids all over you right now? I can always start if you got the kiddos there. Oh, are you still muted?
Okay, can y'all hear me now?
Yes.
Okay. So I've actually never really taken advantage of a launch before. Like, I've always been the person that just kind of like did my own thing. Like, I rocked 21 Day Fix, and that's kind of like my go-to program for every new person I sign up. And I just get really comfortable, and I don't like to try new things. So I think one thing I really want to make sure and talk about is the importance of like how big this could be for your business, because I'm actually seeing it already taking effect. Like, I posted my results on Tuesday night, and I'm still messaging people. So it's kind of been a wake up call for me. Like, man, like there's so much potential taking advantage of a new program coming out, but you have to be ready. You can't wait until the week of to like figure out all the details and get in the sneak peek. Like, you really do have to like sort of plan in advance. But anyways, my experience, so I was not trying to qualify for this. Like, I didn't even realize that I had gotten into it until I got a message from Michelle saying I had. And I don't like cardio, and I've never done Insanity. I've always been too scared to do Insanity. I tried T25 a few years ago and quit halfway through. This was like before I had kids, and I just never really got into it. It just wasn't my thing. I love Sean T, but his workouts were too much for me. They were intimidating, and I didn't really like them. Also, after having kids, like, I literally can't do T25 without wetting my pants. So I was really worried about that. Like, I was worried about it being too much as a mom, and I also have really bad knees. So needless to say, the workouts, just speaking on the workouts, they are all body. Like, you are working your whole body. You're not using weights, or we weren't using weights when we did the test group. He's been incorporating weights like we're kind of doing like a round 2, and we're using weights now. But I was really surprised with how low impact the moves are. Like, it's not a whole lot of jumping, like where you're going to hurt your knees. You obviously have to be careful with the steps. So you're using a step the whole time. They're hard. Like, I felt like I was dying at the end of every one, but the fact that they're 20 minutes, like, that is going to be the selling point with this program. Like, you can do anything for 20 minutes. I did every single workout for 6 weeks. I've never done that in a program. I've always skipped days. I had a terrible cold. I got the stomach virus. I traveled, took my step with me when I went and worked out in a hotel room. My advice to you guys is, if you do commit to this 6 weeks, treat it like it's your job. Like, this 6-week program is your job. Like, that is what I did. I was like, this is my job. Even on my birthday, like, I just stuck to it. And people have told me, I asked them, I'm like, what, sparked your interest in asking me about this? And they said, I've watched you share your journey from day one. And that, for me, like, we weren't even able to share that much. So y'all are going to be an advantage. Like, there's a coach named Emily Favre. She's like, I think going to be one of the top coaches this year or something, but she did 80-day obsession, and she shared her journey from day 1 to day 80. And that was sort of my plan going into this. And we weren't able to exactly do that. But if you can, if you can do this program yourself, and you can share day 1 through 6 weeks, and then share your results and fully commit to it, like, that's all I did. Like, I just committed to that. I did not follow 2B mindset. I used the containers. I had not used my containers in a long time. And I was in plan A, and that was pretty challenging for me. But all I can say is if you do not follow the nutrition, you will not get results. Like, it is all about nutrition, and it's just a mindset thing. You just have to go in and you just have to do it. I didn't have any cheat meals. I had a few like slip ups. I felt like a Coke addict when my husband had like cobbler at a wedding, and I like took 2 bites and then like I couldn't stop. It was like, felt like a drug addict. But yeah, so I did that. Amy, what were the other things, like, what am I leaving out about my experience?
No, I think that's good. How about the performance supplements?
Oh, yes. Okay. So I started using Energize when I did 80-Day Obsession last spring, and now I'm completely hooked. Like, I don't do a workout without drinking Energize first, and I can't imagine doing this program without Energize, because it is like, there is no warm up. Like, you just go for 20 minutes and you do not stop. Like, there are no breaks. And so you need everything you can to like keep going. I also used beach bars, because if you're going to follow the containers, like, I don't have time to get super creative with planning my containers. So I needed like something that I didn't have to really think about. I also drank Shakeology every single day. That was like my treat, because I was a little hungry. And so I needed Shakeology. And then I also ordered Recharge for the first time ever, and ate that after dinner as a pudding, because I needed like something sweet to look forward to. My whole thing about this was I really struggled with the food part. Like, I am a foodie. I love sweets. I love to eat. So for me, like, it was, what else can I have that's included? And I didn't use Recover, but I have issues with Recover, like stomach issues. So I just can't use it. My husband uses it. But yeah, I can't imagine doing this program without the performance line. So also, just to throw this out there from a business standpoint, if you want to, like, if you look at using the performance line as a way to share more, like if you're sharing your stories of your Energized or of your bars or whatever, that's just more things that you can offer people. And if you're not using those products yourself, they're not going to know that they're available. I can't tell you how many times people will be like, oh, I'm going to add in some of that mom juice to my order. And so it's just like, it's all creating like more volume, more commission. Plus, like, it really does make a difference in your workout. So anyways, but I loved my experience. I loved my results. I felt like this program toned my entire body. Like, I have abs for the first time. My arms, lift 4, I feel like kind of bulks you. Whereas this program, like, you can like see your arm muscles. So yeah, y'all have to do it. Like, you can't not do it.
Yeah, I agree with you with the performance supplements. Like, I couldn't do this without Energize, and I never used 2 scoops before, but I use 2 scoops for every single workout. And Camille's right about like sharing it on your stories. And I don't ever say, like, I call it my Recover pudding, and I can't tell you how many times like I make it into pudding now, and people ask me, what's the recipe for your pudding? And then I get to tell them about Recover, right? So yeah, awesome stuff. So thanks, Camille. Camille and Maya's story are very similar. We both did the containers. We both did that. I know Michelle has a different side of the nutrition plan that she did, but we stuck to that. You know, we all hate cardio, all 3 of us. It was petrifying for us to be like, oh my God, we have to stick to a Shanti program for 6 weeks straight. Like, how are we going to do this, right? And it was so great to have each other, right? So find people when you're doing this program, get in a pod with them, cheer each other on. Like, I don't know if I could have done this without the 2 of them. Like, it was just so great to do this together. But you guys know me, hate cardio. I avoided Shanti's programs like the plague. So yeah, I was super scared to do this. And I was afraid to not lift weights for 6 weeks. And don't be afraid, because I'm telling you right now, I did lift 4. I fell off track. You've seen my before pictures. It's all out there for y'all to see. But I fell off track on my nutrition doing lift 4 this summer, and it showed, and I didn't get the results that I should have. And doing this program and just being 100% on with cardio and all of your body weight, like my muscles popped more than they've ever did with any weightlifting program. So nutrition is key. We're all three of us are going to say it, make sure that you're following the meal plan, just commit to it like you're in a test group, right? Like get into Shanti's test group, get in there and attack it. But, I think we all of us can speak for the fact that we all lost weight. We all lost crazy amount of inches. I was down 17 inches, which is crazy. I think 4 of them are just from my boobs, but, so it's just, and I know Michelle will speak more on the mindset part of this, but the part of my mindset was just getting over the fact that I don't like cardio, and just being able to now say that I'm not scared of cardio, that I know that because I went outside my comfort zone and I pushed myself for 20 minutes every single day at 100% is way better than doing a 45, 50-minute program at moderate speed, right? On my moderate level that I usually do. So you guys can do it 20 minutes. It might be hard, but it is so, so worth it. So, and if you think about like the past Shanti programs, like I avoided them because of my joints. Like it hurt my back, it hurt my knees. Like I'm 40, like I'm getting too old for that crap. But like doing these workouts on the step, it's very low impact. Like I don't want you guys to think that it's going to hurt your joints at all. It's not like that. Like previous Shanti programs, I never had issues with any type joint issue or back issues or anything like that. So, I want you guys to know that. What else? Performance supplements, you guys, I'm not going to go there again, but I had beach bars for every day, just one for my morning snack. And I'm just like Camille. I like things simple and easy. I made none of the recipes. Like I stick to my containers. I'm very simple. I can eat the same thing every single day. But I keep it simple so that I can stay on track. Some people might get bored of eating the same thing every day, but I don't. I was also in plan A, which was tough because we're used to being a little bit higher on the plan. So we were hungry and we all like chimed into our pod like, oh my God, are you hungry today? But we'd push each other through, right? And then I think our bodies got used to the lower calories and we felt fine later on. But in the beginning, you'll probably be a little hungry. I don't know what else I'm missing. I loved everything about the experience. Shanti will really, really reach into you and make you push like you've never pushed before. There's certain workouts where he won't have to say a word the whole workout, and he will look at you in the screen and you'll be like, oh my God, okay, I got this, I'm pushing, right? It's just his stare that he looks at you through the screen. It's just crazy. But there are so many moments in this program that will be game changer for you guys. So I'm super pumped for all of you to experience this, and we can't wait to get our sneak peek out. I'm going to hand it over to Michelle.
Hey guys, thanks for joining us tonight. Okay, so my experience, of course, was a little bit different. I decided to continue on with my To Be mindset. So that is my soulmate program. That is just something that has worked really well for me. And truthfully, it's been really good for my business. So from a business perspective, it would have been crazy for me to all of a sudden start talking about containers and showing containers in my stories. That just wouldn't make sense, because most of my business is now solely focused on To Be mindset and incorporating fitness into the To Be mindset. So I, of course, made the choice to stick with To Be mindset. It works perfectly. That's the cool thing about To Be mindset. If you have people that are emotional eaters, like eating mindlessly, if they have PCOS, if they have hormonal imbalances, all that kind of stuff, To Be mindset is going to be the go-to program for them. But you can still use containers. So what I used my containers for was keeping track of the higher caloric foods. So my fruits and my carbs. I still did pull out my containers for that. And if any of you are To Be mindset certified, you'll know that Ilana actually goes over that in the certification. She actually says, I don't know where everyone got this idea that we don't have to measure anything. We have to keep track of our portions. So I pretty much, everyone that purchased the To Be mindset kit but I actually make them purchase a set of containers as well, because I want them to be very mindful of the amount of food that they're eating. So you may have lots of people that have the containers from the 21-day fix, but a 2B mindset might be a better fit for them. They're still going to use those containers. When I commit to something, I commit like 150%. I don't even have an extra sunflower seed. And I did that with this program. You're going to have to commit to the nutrition, you guys. The fact is, you are only working out for 20 minutes. It's killer. Like, I burnt more calories in 20 minutes than I did in an hour with 80-day obsession, 100%. And I think the interesting thing that happens with this workout is for 15 minutes after, you are like dead. Like, it maybe is only a 20-minute workout, but you actually need 15 minutes after just to like regroup and collect your thoughts because it is so crazy. I am not a cardio person. I am 44. Like, jumping around and stuff like that is not anything that I want to do ever. But this is so different than any of his programs. Like, I have never got through more than like 3 days of anything, Shanti. I don't think I even did that 7-day thing last year full out. Like, I faked it probably because it's just not my thing. So when I was asked to be in this test group, I mean, I was like, are you kidding me? Like, I've waited so long to be in a test group and now it's this one. But it changed me. It just came at the perfect time in my life. And it had nothing to do with the exercises. It had nothing to do with the nutrition plan. It had everything to do with what changed inside. And you guys might think that this sounds so ridiculous. Like, how can a 6-week workout program change you so much? But I am telling you, get your ass into that coach test group. You need to experience Shaun T for 6 weeks. You are so lucky to be a coach and be able to get into that test group. And you need to sign up every single person as a coach, only for them to get 6 weeks of him. I am not kidding. I've read his book. I'm reading it again. Like, he is so powerful. I did not know this about him, that it is like your personal development and a workout all in 20 minutes of your day. Like, you don't even need to do PD. Like, seriously, he makes you believe you can do things that you never, ever thought. He shares stories about himself that, I don't know, like, it made a huge impact on my life. Like, 100%. I can't really believe the changes in myself. I was really in a dark place actually about 8 weeks ago. And I mean, I feel like it's divine intervention that I was asked to be in the test group, because I really needed it to kind of push forward and out of something that I was dealing with. And truthfully, it was like the cheapest therapy I could ever have. So I am telling you guys, you need to get yourself in there and commit to this. Like, from a business perspective, this is like gold, you guys. You don't need to be in a test group. I will tell you, I've never been in a test group before. I wasn't in the 2B mindset test group and got Success Club 111. Like, you do not need to think that you had to be in this test group to see success. All you need to do is dig in and plan and start taking our pictures and start talking about this a little bit. We're going to share everything in our sneak peek group for you guys to do a proper launch. We launch things really, really well. So just follow our lead and you will be able to really propel your business forward. They have put this in a timely manner on purpose. This program is coming out in January on purpose. This is your biggest time to see your business like soar. So you need to really have a plan of action now. And that's what we're going to help you with, because we're going to have all the tools ready for you guys to start launching this. Do you want me to go into some of those details now, Amy?
Yeah, we can talk about, the sneak peek and what's expected of that. And yeah. That's good.
Okay. So as a whole, Camille and Amy and I are going to plug in all the information that we have compiled from there was, I think, like 200 people in the test group. So everyone's really amazing at sharing tons of information, and we've tried to gather it all up, and we are going to put it in one sneak peek launch group. This group is only for us. Okay, so this group that Amy, Camille, and I are opening is only for coaches. This is only for you guys. It's an information group for you guys to grab information, take whatever you want, and take it to your own launch group. Okay, I feel it is so important that you guys know how to launch a program properly. So we're going to give you everything that you need. It's literally going to be like copy and paste, save an image so you can use it. But we want to have, organized, not hot mess groups. I've had big launch groups before where everybody is adding all of their customers in, and it just becomes a complete disaster. So we need to sort of control it a little bit when we have so many people in our downlines. So what we're suggesting and hoping that you guys will do is all the diamond leaders in our teams, in this whole downline, will start a launch group of their own. And then, of course, you're going to bring all your emerald coaches or ruby coaches with you, and that will be your launch group. So, for example, I'm just kind of looking at the screen here. I will obviously have a launch group. Megan will have a launch group. Camille will have a launch group. Amy will have a launch group. Who else is here that I can see? Cheryl, there you are. You'll have a launch group. Does this make sense? So Wendy, I can see you. Like all the diamond leaders will have their launch group, and then their family will be able to use that launch group for the launch of the program. Does that make sense? We just feel like it's just going to get way too messy if we just do one big one. So it's going to be cool because we're going to share everything in there for you guys. I have units all set up already. So we'll probably open up the group tomorrow for everyone to dig in. We're going to share our stories so you can share our stories. We're going to share whatever we've got, you'll have access to. And as things start popping up, the challenge packs, we don't know pricing. We don't know anything like that yet. So as the information is given to us, we're going to give it to you. But when this is all done, we're going to do Transform 20 together. So everybody's going to be in there, and that's going to be our accountability group, okay? So as a big whole team, we're going to be able to do Transform 20 together and use that as our big challenge group, and hopefully make it as motivating as experience as we had with the big group as well. Because we know that coach test group is going to be amazing if you can just filter through probably the garbage that'll be in there as well. Just search Shaun T videos. You don't have to get too hung up on everything else. In our challenge group is where we'll, keep each other supported and share recipes and all that kind of stuff. So what did I miss? I'm sure something.
I think we also talked about the fact that in the diamond and above coaches in your test group or in your sneak peeks, we're willing to come in, go live, share a little bit about our experience so that you have, we're not just avoiding your groups. We are there you'll have all the information obviously that we've shared in our sneak peek, but then, we're willing to go live in your groups as well. All of us, all three of us. So awesome. I don't think you missed anything else. That was awesome.
I just wouldn't miss the boat on this, guys. I kind of missed the boat on 80 Day Obsession launch because, I don't know, I just kind of had mentally checked out a little bit and I waited too long, and that ended up being a pretty big launch. And then I think that this, because it's 20-minute workouts, this is going to appeal to even so many more people just because time is the number one excuse. And so 20 minutes is nothing.
I think all three of us, we were so busy. There were days when we're oh my God, I don't think we're going to be able to get the workout in today. But we'd be getting it in at night if we got it done in Las Vegas. We stayed on track with the meal plan in Las Vegas. it can be done. Like you can do this program anywhere. You can modify. You don't need the step. There's a modifier that doesn't use a step. And you guys, the step, like if Beachbody runs out because they're limited, like, you know, I think Shanti even shared a link to an Amazon one that's the exact same size as we use. So we could share that in our sneak peek group too. But you know, it's just, this program is going to change so many lives. I'm just so excited because 20 minutes, no matter how hard it is, everybody has time for 20 minutes. And that's why Michelle, Camille, and I stuck with it and we're able to do it every single day and never fell behind. So it's pretty cool.
I did want to kind of speak to the people, because I know you're out there, that think 20 minutes isn't enough. And I was that girl. I was totally like, when I was like, oh, great. Like I've been working out an hour a day for like years. And now I'm going to have to do this 20-minute thing. I'm going to gain weight and this is just going to be terrible. Like that was my mindset going in. No joke. I 100% thought I'd be secretly doing, you know, like some other cardio to try and burn more calories or whatever. You do not need to. Like I am telling you, first of all, you won't even be able to because you will be so tired.
We've tried to do extra workouts and I'm like, nope.
The first week I was like, I cannot believe how sweaty I am just in 20 minutes. Like I was kind of humbled. I've been working out a long time and I've considered myself fairly fit. And I remember the first post that I did in our big challenge group, I was like, oh my God, like, have I ever even exercised before? Because it was that challenging. So even for your fitties out there that are thinking, oh, this is going to be too easy. Well, I don't think it will be.
And the bands and sliders, like I was so grateful for this opportunity, but in the beginning, I was really excited about doing 80-Day Obsession again. And because those bands and sliders like toned me better than anything I've ever used. So I was like Michelle and I was like, man, I'm going to have to do like a little obsessed, like, and this program. And no, I didn't do anything extra. And what Michelle said about getting done with the workout, I used to be able to just jump right back into like messaging people and like sending voice messages and like, no, you're just going to lay on the floor for like 15 minutes.
I used to say it's like, it's a 20-minute workout, but it's kind of like 30 because you have to just collect your life after.
When I paused, I had to pause. Like my workouts were all like 30 minutes. So.
And you guys, that step will like you don't need sliders or bands. Like I have seen my booty shape up, my legs are my weakness, but that step every day, holy cow, like the tone in my legs, I'm like, woo, it's back. It's crazy, right? So, no.
The other thing that I want to talk about is the fact, this was just a big deal for me. Usually when I stick to something like 100%, as soon as I am done, I am like so ready to have like the biggest cheat meal ever, right? Like I'm just so ready to do that. And I truthfully, I feel like the mindset piece is such a big deal in this program. I've stayed completely on track since. Like I don't even have a desire. And I've read a couple comments like that in the test group since, that most people, when they stay so focused, they just want to get right off track after as like a big treat. But I have not felt like that at all. It's almost like there's something, I don't know, it's almost like this competitive with yourself, like being able to do these workouts again, starting at day one again, has been really awesome because you can actually see your progress. In the workouts, there's these things called transformers. So 3 times a workout, you're actually counting the reps of a certain move for a minute. So whether you got 20, 25 or whatever, you've got like 2 seconds to write down your number. And it's a big deal in the program. So it'll make more sense when you get a sneak peek of it. But now to be able to go 6 weeks later, and maybe I look at my paper and 6 weeks ago I got 20 and today I did like 55, it just makes you feel like, oh my gosh, like really, truthfully, I really progressed here. Like, it's not just that my pants fit better. You know, it's not just that I lost 12 inches. It's like, wow, I got stronger. like there's just something so impactful with this program that's kind of hard to explain until you get into it. But I guess at the end of the day, what we're saying is like Camille said, don't miss the boat. Like, you know what? You got to take advantage of this. You know, anytime I do something different in my business grows. If you stay the same, you will stay the same. You'll stay in the same place. So that's why Beachbody changes things up all the time for us. They're like giving us something to do. So make sure you take advantage of this. Make a plan of action. You know, we're going to give examples of that in our sneak peek group too. Like that's what this is about, to help you guys market this program. So get yourself into the group and team up with some other people and start talking about how can we really make this exciting on our social media. You know, grab a couple other coaches and start brainstorming, because there's so many different things that you can do right now to start growing the curiosity around this new program. It's not like you don't have Shaun T things that you could be doing now.
I highly recommend doing a Shaun T program, you guys. I know, if you hate him like I did, it's hard, but getting out of your comfort zone, and I'm telling you, if you can share stuff about Shaun T now, it's going to help you once it drops. It's going to help you once it launches. So, I mean, I recommend it for sure, doing it a little bit before the launch so that you can talk a little bit about him. And Michelle's right. It is so much mindset in this, and every single workout, if you've been to a live Shaun T event and you hear him speaking, like you literally have tears after. And that's how, I know it's really only Camille and Michelle will understand, but like there's tears after these workouts, literally. Like it's just the way he talks and speaks to everyone after every single workout. It's like a motivational speech or an inspirational speech. And it's just a game changer. It's just amazing. So, yes, you all need to do it. You all need to share it. You all need to join the coach test group. And I agree with Michelle. Like I'm going to be signing coaches because I cannot have anyone miss Shaun T's test group. Like this it could change the game for not just their fitness, but for their business as a coach too. So, right.
I have a quick question.
Yes.
If you guys, I haven't ever sold anything before, like, you know how there's the early access, I think December 4th, you can buy it in advance before they actually start the VIP access. What do you guys do with those people to keep them kind of ramped up and ready? Like, so if they buy December 6th, they buy the program, they buy, you know, what do you do to get them, keep them excited for January 6th or whatever date it is?
Well, I think Beachbody will take care of that for us. There's going to be like, remember B4 lift, like there's going to be all of that, right? So there'll be a free workout we'll be able to give people. There will be, he talked about this, like,
yeah,
before transform. I don't know what it's called.
Shorter workouts. Yeah.
So
or how could you even be shorter than 20 minutes?
Yeah.
But he did say there's going to be like pre-work.
Yeah. So, you know, they take care of us. You know, it's going to take a little bit for people to get their step. So that's the reason they're kind of flowing this in. Myself, I would probably get everyone into your group, and you could do Shaun Week. You could do a really good prep week for nutrition. You can do the before whatever there is. Like make a hybrid of different Shaun programs. Like there's actually probably you could do a couple months worth of stuff to really get people ramped up. And I will say Lift 4 did not prepare me for this program. Like, oh my God. I would have preferred to do like a little bit more cardio before I started.
Yeah. We all died the first week.
I felt like a 50-year-old smoker, like that had no lung capacity.
Yeah. The cardio in Lift 4 was definitely not enough. A couple times a week.
I mean, honestly, like if you haven't done 21-day fix in a while and like you just, because I'm just going to be honest, like I literally can't do T25 without wetting myself. Like I'm just TMI, but I can't. And so that wasn't an option. That's not an option for me. Insanity is way too long. So like if you just don't want to do Shaun T, like a great workout to prepare yourself would probably be to do around a 21-day fix and just I don't know, like if you're just wanting to keep things simple, like don't overcomplicate it. For me, I've been setting people up with challenge packs. Like this week, they're like wanting to do this program, but I'm getting them started with something basic, and they might start with 21 Day Fix and then progress there, because I don't really want to scare them off by doing like T25 or Insanity. If it's a new customer, I'd rather them do something where they can sort of see some progress, build their endurance a bit, and then try Transform 20 when it comes out.
There's always like following the modifier. Like that's what I'm suggesting to people is, I would say the modified version of Insanity Max is much like what you're going to get here. Yeah. Because there's no Pilo or anything like that in Transform 20. So take Insanity Max 30. It's just a 30-minute workout. It uses the containers. It's going to give you that Shanti feel. And I think that that's like where people are going to fall in love, because it's him. But following the modifier of Insanity Max, I have done those workouts and followed the modifier from minute 1 to minute 30. And that's amazing. I think the thing is that there's no weights in Transform 20, right? So that was kind of like a big sort of like for me, I just don't even know if I want to give up weights. So Insanity Max, there's no weights either. It really gets you used to just doing all body weight stuff. But I mean, all of our programs are amazing. All you want to do is get people doing stuff. There's Clean Week. There's so many different options that people can get in on the sale right now and then get them set up. Or December 4th isn't too far away. We want to start thinking about that month as well. So, and that's what we want, right? We want all of us as a team to brainstorm different ideas, because you guys have amazing ideas. So if we can all brainstorm together, like maybe we can come up with a hybrid plan that would work for the 2 weeks over the holidays before we get launched on the 14th. And there's going to be so many different ways to go about this. It's just don't miss it. That's the key. You don't want to miss it.
Don't miss this boat.
Yeah, I didn't even think about Insanity Max 30. I've never done that one. So that totally completely forgot about that.
It's a good, like, I actually like it modified. Like, I would never do it full out, but I actually really like it modified. And I got really good results with that. I did it for 1 month. I did not last the whole time.
Doesn't Max 30 have the thing where you're counting or you're like trying to beat your best like thing? So it's kind of like the Transformers, right? It's getting them used to upping the game each time. Yeah.
Heidi loves it. Heidi loves Shanti. She loves Max 30. Yeah, it's a good one.
That's awesome. Cool. Well, we're excited for our sneak peek, you guys. And yeah, feel free to share your ideas in that group. And we're really excited to share everything that we've experienced in this group with you guys. And I think we're going to make this the best launch ever, right?
Yeah, definitely like use that group for ideas and brainstorming. That's what it is. Like it's for us as coaches to make this like an epic launch for all of us, right? Because we all help each other on this team. So that's why we wanted a group like this holding ground where we can really talk this out and brainstorm and share. If you see some really great pictures, please like share them with us too. So throw them in the unit, the before and after unit, or if you see a post that's really good, share it in the post unit. Like it's for all of us to share with each other and then take it away and take it to our own launch groups. So we will get that all ready for tomorrow.
Ooh, oh my gosh, yeah. We will.
Maybe tomorrow at 11:59 p.m. we will do it.
No, in all honesty, you guys, we are so pumped for you guys to experience this because it is the best time of the year. Like January, you guys, you know how amazing this is to have a program like this, not just to transform yourself and get your own health and fitness on track first of the year, but how many people can we help when people really, really are wanting it is just going to be amazing. So yay, so excited. Who's pumped? Let's see it in the comments. Yay, awesome. I see lots of hands. That's great. All right, you guys.
Can I just ask a quick question?
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Well, should we take questions for a minute or two?
Yeah, sure.
Okay, so first of all, congratulations to you three. I saw 3-year transformations and holy, so I can't wait for it. But the nutrition plan, you guys talked about the containers and the brackets. Is it the same nutrition plan like the 21-day fix, or does he have his own nutrition plan with the containers? Like food-wise and stuff, like are the brackets A, B, C the same as the 21-day fix? Or you can't talk about it?
It's pretty identical. Except I think you have to weigh like 170 pounds to be above plan A.
Yeah.
So like,
I think the only difference was the weight. Everything else, I looked at the differences and there weren't many differences.
Which is kind of nice because if you already know, like if you've already done 21-day fix or you know how to use the containers, there's not much to figure out.
Yeah, it was so easy for me because I was so ingrained with 21-day fix that it just came so naturally. Like I knew my containers every day. I knew what I was going to eat, and it just was super simple. You don't have to put a lot of thought into it. And if you're doing 2B mindset, like, and you love that, Sean T is all about like, do the nutrition program that works for you. He's not going to stick you to one program. And that's what I love about him. He's like, you got to do what works for you. Right. So if that's 2B mindset, if that's, the shift shop meal plan, whatever meal plan works for you, it's going to work. If you just stick with it, right. You stay committed to it. That's what's important.
Did you ladies mention that every workout is unique? Is it
different? All of them.
It's different, right? Okay.
100%. Yep.
And was it filmed in real time, like how 80 Day was?
Yeah. Yep. Yeah.
Awesome.
That's great. Yep. So cool to have a different workout for 6 weeks straight. It's just so awesome.
Yeah, that was a huge selling point for me for my 80 Day ladies because no one wants to do the same thing every single week, right?
Yeah, and different inspiration from him. Like he talks about something different every day. So I was excited every day for 12:30 to hit because I love doing the workouts live with him. And I was like, oh my God, it was just so exciting. And I don't remember having that excitement in a really long time doing a program. Just to hear his words. And you guys, I encourage you to read his book if you haven't during the program. Because like it just adds another element of, realizing what he's been through in his life and where his words are coming from. It's just so awesome. So awesome.
Okay.
Anybody else have any questions?
Amy, it's Barry. I have a question.
Mm-hmm.
Can you hear me?
Hey, yes.
Good. I'm going to ask this. I ask this question about every program just because I'm in a wheelchair.
Mm-hmm.
How modified is modified? I mean, can I make it my own? Or I don't want to do a program that I'm going to bomb.
Right. And I'm trying to think. Did you guys follow the modifier much? I didn't follow the modifier much. I don't even know if I was so, you guys in this program, you're so like trying to get in the first week, you're trying to collect your life and trying to count your reps and trying to figure out the moves. And I don't even remember.
You're your own modifier. Like
you're your own modifier.
You have to listen to your own body. I mean, there's a modifier, but like you said, Amy, it was like, because I think that was one of the interview questions that we got asked, like, did you follow the modifier? And I'm like,
what modifier?
I was just trying to survive the move.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. But I think, Mary, that, it's tough because it's a lower body, to be honest, it's a lot of lower body, but there is upper body if you're moving. I think as long as you're moving and you're doing, the same stuff we're doing, but doing the upper body, it's going to burn calories, right?
Yeah.
So,
right.
Yeah, I think, I don't know. Michelle, did you see what the modifier was doing or no? Yeah, so we were all like, I remember these transformers, you guys, these numbers that we have to track. In the first round, I only think I tracked like 10 maybe out of the whole 6 weeks because like counting and trying to collect my life at the same time during these workouts was a challenge. But now in round 2, I'm counting every transformer and it's really cool. So
I just want to be a product of the product and be able to share it.
Yeah, I think if you are sharing your videos of you doing these workouts and modified and just moving your body, like I think that will transcend, and sharing that on your stories and all of that, I think it's going to reach people. So yeah, I see. Definitely.
Thank you.
Uh-huh. Okay, you guys, anybody else? All right, you guys ready to transform your lives? Conquer your mind. What is it? It's conquer your mind. He's got it on his arms. Transform your life. Right?
I'm just looking at the chat.
Oh,
here.
is there questions in there? Sorry, I'm not paying attention.
So if someone purchases a challenge, yeah, they'll still have to purchase something on the 4th. Yeah. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
They'll have to purchase something on the 4th to get the early access. So I don't know, I've probably shared this with my girls, but this is how I explain sort of VIP access compared to BOD access. So we know VIP access is going to come live on January 14th. BOD access will be April something. So I talk like it's the movies. Okay. So we all love Netflix. We all have Netflix and we love it. But then there's a movie that comes out and we're willing to go to Silver City for it. I'm a Silver City girl. Like if there's something I want to see, I'm going to pay for the movie. I'm going to buy the popcorn for everybody, buy Delaney her stupid toy. Like it's going to be like $100 event to see this silly movie. And that's how that is how I explain VIP access to everyone. Are you a Silver City girl or are you a Netflix girl? You're going to get the program no matter what. If you have Beachbody On Demand, you just have to make the decision of when you want it. So it's not, because at the beginning when they did this VIP stuff, people were kind of irritated that they weren't getting these programs right away. Well, it's just like the movies. It doesn't come on Netflix until it comes on Netflix. You can go to pay and see it first or wait. So that really has helped me. And that's kind of how I position it. Well, are you a Silver City girl or are you a Netflix girl? Okay, well, you're going to want the VIP access. Like, that's just how I talk about it. And I've never had anyone, they just make the decision. They're going to get it. It's not like it's not an option, but it's not an option until April. So
yeah,
I hope that helps for some people that struggle with explaining that.
If they want it bad enough and, they want to do it with us, they'll pay a little bit extra to get it. So.
And that's why FOMO is so important. Like, that is why you need to get on it now. Like, people are so pumped. I don't know how many messages I have. Like, I want that 20-minute workout you're doing right now. I'm like, well, you can't. You got to wait. So we don't know the prices yet. Nope. So that's why you got to get into the launch group. We will, as soon as we know all of that stuff, we will share it with you. All those prices will we'll have there's a unit already there waiting for all the pricing, challenge packs, completion packs. There will be all the packages, mega packs. It'll be the same as the other launches that have happened in the last couple. They'll have all different, and now we can buy challenge packs, right? So don't forget that. Like, you guys can buy challenge packs. You guys remember that, right? Completion packs and challenge packs coaches can purchase. So a lot of us will have our Beachbody On Demand coming up, right? Because Beachbody On Demand became available at this time of year 2 years ago. So keep that in mind, guys, because you can buy a challenge pack or a completion pack.
That's right. Good point. What's that?
Okay.
All right. Everyone good? Thank you, Michelle, Camille, everyone. Transform your lives. We're so excited.
It's so fun.
Yay. Good night, everyone.